Hello, lovelies. This is 5-Minute Manifesting, and I'm your host, Lovey Brown. I'm a manifesting coach, and my intention for this podcast is for you to manifest exactly what you want. Thank you so much for joining today. Today, I want to tell you a success story that I had just this past Sunday in manifesting a text message, and also some blocks that I uncovered in my own process. So this past Sunday, let's go a little further back. Last week sometime, I had a sort of a disagreement, like a little rough patch. I wasn't a full disagreement, but just a little rough patch with a friend where our conversation, we were not aligned. Let's say it that way. We were not aligned. We didn't have a fight, really. We just weren't aligned in our thinking, and so we hadn't spoken in a couple of 2-3 days. And so I decided to text her, so I had the memories of our little disagreement, our not being in alignment with each other in our conversation. I had that memory in the back of my head when I texted her. But, I thought maybe we were over it. I was mostly over it, and I hoped that she was over it. But I wasn't sure, right? So, but I reached out and I texted her, and she didn't respond right away. And I kept going over and over the disagreement, the little rough patch we had, thinking like, she's not going to text me back. And so I kept telling myself this story that like she was mad at me and that she was not going to text me back. And I was like, that's not really what I want. And then I stopped myself because I'm a manifesting coach. Like, I teach manifesting. I manifest exactly what I want all of the time. And I get it. And I've manifested my relationship with this friend being beautiful many times in the past. And so I thought about it and I was like, no. I'm going to turn this around in my thoughts. Everyone is me pushed out. And so in this case, our little rough patch that we had, I needed to revise it. And so we'll do a podcast on revision at some point. I needed to revise what happened in the past. And I also needed to go ahead and affirm that she was going to text me back immediately. That's what I wanted. I mean, I didn't want to wait. So I went ahead and started that part of the process. I went immediately to the end, and I decided for this, I did a little bit of scripting. Very little. Not very much at all. I didn't have a ton of resistance, although I had been keeping that story going in my mental diet. I had, kept the story telling myself that she wasn't going to text me back. So I had that going. I needed to do a little work. So I took a deep breath. I got centered. I told myself, nope, that's not what's happening. I got out my manifesting journal, and I just wrote, this person's name, always text me back. This person's name, always text me back. My friend's name, always text me back. My friend's name, always text me back. I did it 4 times, exactly 4 times. And then I'm like, that's good. I feel really good about it. I felt good. I wrote it 4 times. I put my manifesting journal down. I put my pen down. My phone was off to the side when I was doing this. I took a deep breath. Ding! And there it was. There was my text message from my friend. And so, that's really all it takes is you just have to be mindful of the story you're telling yourself. And, I didn't expect it to happen immediately. I was happy that it did. I got an immediate text message just from 4 affirmations that I wrote in my manifesting journal. 4 affirmations. And I got the text right away, right? So you can do that too. You can get a text message that quickly too. It just takes, let's walk through it for a second. You need to know what thoughts you're thinking about that other person. You need to know what thoughts you're thinking about why they may not be texting you back, and you need to switch them. You need to change them. You need to say, no, this person always texts me back. Or maybe you don't want to text back. Maybe you haven't texted that person. No, this person always texts me. I always hear from Jason. Jason always texts me every day. And you just get that aligned in your mind, inside of you. It's not about the other person. It's about you. Inside of you, what story are you telling yourself? And then you can choose whatever method you want to. You can just do it internally in your mind. I really like the manifesting journal because I love stationery for one thing. I also really love writing things down. So that's what I chose to do for that case. 4 sentences. I got the text message. I mean, I had stopped. I stopped at 4. I made the decision to stop. After I made the decision to stop and put my journal down, ding, that's when I got the text message. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please reach out to me at loveybrownmanifests@gmail.com, or you can leave me a voice note on anchor.fm. Thank you so much again. Bye-bye.